So this is a video taken from my school community inside my classroom. So it's a module on productivity. Now, if you find it helpful, feel free to join. Link is in the bio. This is a topic that I can really talk about. I'm the most productive person that I've ever met, and it's because I have a regimen. I have a scheme of things that I do to be hyper productive. And I'll tell you about my story. It's going to sound like I'm like kind of glazing myself or whatever, and that's fine. So, student governor at the biggest college in the UK. Done advanced maths science course. Got into one of the most competitive universities in the UK whilst being employed, whilst doing boxing, like for example, gym, relationships, the way that I speak, it's all just improved within the past 8 months, and it's been ridiculous. So today I'm going to share what I've done to be this productive, to make this amount of progress, so that I can now grow on social media. I've got my own school community with plenty of people in, and it mainly starts from the morning. The morning is the most powerful start to your day. You need a good morning schedule. You might have heard this on many platforms before. Morning routines, this, that. You'll see like Ashton Hall with the ice and the banana. But what actually works? What actually works is very minimal. So the first hour of your day completely changes how the rest of your day goes, I promise you. As soon as I wake up, I meditate for 5 minutes. What this does, it regulates your dopamine. It sets your brain up so that you feel more relaxed, more peaceful. Your decision making is sharper throughout the day just because of those 5 minutes. And the amount of benefits that you get through those 5 minutes are exponential if you do it consistently. If you start out meditating, it'll feel awkward, it'll feel strange, you won't get the benefits that you want until 2 months passes and you're like, wow, my decision making is impeccable now. So yeah, 5 minutes meditation, boom. Now that is the first task ticked off. Now what I want you to do, walk into the kitchen, grab a glass of water, a full glass, probably 500 milliliters. Bring it to your laptop and do whatever task you need to do. I've heard people say, in the morning, as soon as you wake up, you want to go to the gym. No. Because if you're anything like me, the gym is actually fun. Exercise is fun. It's enjoyable. You want to do the hard task first. Whatever task feels gritty, you hate it, it might be the gym for you, but it probably isn't. You need to do that task first. And that's normally on your laptop. It's normally the task where you feel like a slave doing it. Now, for me, that was revising. So as soon as I'd wake up, go into this room, laptop open, and I'd revise. And I'd use AI, which is another massive tool. So yeah, whatever task that you need to do, use AI. So I'll give you an example. When I was revising, I was using AI. What was I doing? I'd get a presentation from my teacher. I'd be like, fuck that presentation. I'm going to put it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give me bullet points. I'm like, no, that's not enough. I don't even want to know about this experiment. I just want to know how to get the answers correct in the exam. So I say, give me practice questions on this, even though I don't know anything about the topic. And I just memorize the practice exam questions, which is why I went from expelled from school, low grades, to extremely high distinctions, got into uni for optometry just through this. And this is things that teachers won't tell you because it's a cheat code. It's a cheat code, but I'm about cheat codes. I'm not about taking the long, hard, like this is new age, modern ways of getting goals and tasks done quickly, efficiently. Next stuff, stimulants. Get rid of stimulants. Coffee, every now and again. If you want to be social, get a coffee with a girl, that's fine. If you want to be social, get a coffee with a friend, completely okay, but don't rely on caffeine. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it helps the circadian rhythm a little bit and whatever, but mentally, if you're relying on anything, it will be a detriment. If you're reliant on food, it's a detriment. Trust me, I've seen that. If you're reliant on coffee, it's a detriment. Trust me, I've seen that. And it's weak. You want to be in every single realm of life, strong, unreliant on anything. Let's say you have a girlfriend, unreliant on your girlfriend. Let's say that you have a manager, unreliant on your manager, you know what you need to do. And it doesn't matter whether you have the energy drink or not. You're full of energy. Why? Well, that brings me on to the next point, which is so important. And if you could take away one thing from this video, it's this: sleep. Sleep like an absolute professional. So many people on this app will tell you about sleep, but they won't tell you the things that actually make you sleep better, like a baby. And people say to me in real life, I wish I could sleep like you 9 hours. I wish I had the time. But then they have time to watch TV with their friends and with their family. I don't, but they have time to go clubbing to mess up their circadian rhythm. No, that's not me. That is not me. And I even have the backing from my Whoop watch, which tracks every minute of sleep that I get, that I'm one of the best sleepers in the world. So how have I done this? And what has it done for me? Well, first of all, it's made me one of the most productive people on the planet. Genuinely. It's made me speak so efficiently with no filler words. Look at me now. And what have I done? You need a cool room. By a cool room, I mean cold. Okay? Why? Because you want your body temperature to be lower. If you want to know the science behind it, because some nerd will ask about the science. Number two, what else do you need? So I've said you need your core body temperature to be lower. Does that mean having a cold shower? No, because then your body actually wants to heat up instead. It's having a warm shower before going to sleep. Have a warm shower about 20 minutes before you go to sleep. But just before that, eat 2 kiwis for the melatonin benefit. You want melatonin. It will knock you out straight away. Pair the 2 kiwis with the warm shower, and that alone will get you so much further than 99.9% of the population. But it won't get you to my level, because I'm an extreme sleeper. I've told you this. Oh, I love this stuff. You guys are getting so much free value, and it's just the start. So, sunglasses. Warm coloured sunglasses. Again, 30-40 minutes before going to sleep. So, that means you can't chill with your friends and go bowling and then go straight to sleep. No, you have to have a whole routine again revolved around sleep. So yeah, warm coloured sunglasses, 30-40 minutes before going to sleep. What that does is it blocks the blue light exposure. Now, I literally study optometry. So if anyone's qualified to say this, it's me. You don't want blue light in your eyes. It really disrupts the circadian rhythm. It will keep you up all night. It will destroy your sleep. And I'm going to go another extreme. That even goes to the level of going to the toilet at 1 a.m. and turning on the light. Even that will be a detriment if you want the perfect sleep and if you want to be hyper productive. So, no lights whatsoever. You need to sit down on that toilet and not turn the light on. And if you want crazy results, you just have to be a bit crazy. So you can either listen to my advice and be a good member of my school community and like take notes, or you can just honestly just leave at that point. And when I was talking about stimulants, yeah, there's caffeine, but there's other things as well that you guys rely on. If I'm chilling with a guy who vapes, immediately I would detach. And to be honest, I have no loyalty to anyone that vapes. I'm just going to check to see whether this is still recording. Okay, it is. Yeah, I've even had it where I've met a girl that I really like. It's been the third date. They pull out a vape, and I've literally gone like, okay, to be honest, my future wife wouldn't vape. It's not really my type. Goodbye. And you can have preferences in dating. You can have preferences in relationships with other men as well. If I see a guy that vapes, gone. Completely gone. Same with snuffs. Recently went on a hike with a few individuals. Realized that they were degenerates. Boom, gone. Simple. If I'm going to be successful, don't want you kind of people in my life. If you want the perfect sleep, it has to be no alcohol. I'm sorry, guys. It has to be no alcohol. No processed sugar. Again, I do no processed sugar, but I don't think you guys will probably have the mental capability to be able to go absolute zero. limit your processed sugar, okay? No unnecessary late nights. And again, I don't have any late nights. Genuinely, I don't. But there might be a necessary late night for you. Short form content. If, let's say, you're trying to be as productive as possible, you have a certain amount of brain capacity, brain power. And if you're scrolling, your brain's storing little bits of information which aren't helping your life, and you're scrolling. And then you realize that you have a task to do that you're meant to do, but you're scrolling, you're gonna put less effort into that task. There's gonna be less brain power available because you just used 20% on your phone. I think of my body like a battery, my brain like a battery. You want it to be at 100%, and you wanna be able to manipulate your battery throughout the day for different things, for different tasks. I'm completely happy going into the gym with a lower battery because I know that that isn't the main goal right now. The main goal is business. Negative people zap your energy, they drain your energy, and it's not worth being around them. And you might have that friend who isn't on your path, he's not on the self-improvement journey, but you still love him. So what do you do with that friend? You don't actually try and get him on the journey. There's winners and losers. There's rich people, there's poor people. There's positive energy and there's negative energy. And there's no point trying to turn someone who isn't on the same path as you onto the path that you're on. I've tried it. Oh my God, I've tried it. I just want to save you the pain, the trouble, because I could have improved so much quicker if I didn't waste my time with these types of people. They only spend time with positive people, and the harsh reality is, if there's no positive people in your life, and you might know this, there's probably none, it's better to be lonely. And I've had some massive lonely periods. Now I'm living the life. I promise you, I walk into anywhere. People give me high fives. People know my name before I know theirs. I'm so happy right now. But there's been dark periods of loneliness. And in the long term, that does actually increase your productivity because you're not being drained. You're not going down a degenerate path. You're not wasting time and energy. It's better to just be one of those gym cells for a few months than be social but be with low quality people. It's just not worth it. Now we're going to talk about more advanced techniques that genuinely increase your energy. And it's not snus, it's not caffeine, it's not